You're watching Let's Chat.
The Cherokee Regional Library System has been awarded the 2020 Georgia Public Library of the Year Award. Of course, this library system is right across the state line and serves approximately 86,000 people between Dade and Walker counties. Here to give us some information on the award and the library system itself is Miss Lisa Eubanks. Good morning, Lisa. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. I hope you're doing well.
Doing well. Like I said, excited to speak with you this morning. Congratulations on winning the 2020 Georgia Public Library of the Year Award. Tell us a little bit more about that award exactly and how you're able to win that.
Well, this is an award that's annually given out by the Georgia Public Library Service, and Georgia Public Library Service is our state organization that empowers public libraries across the state. They offer services and an infrastructure for us that gives us everything we need to serve our communities. And they recognize a library annually that has profoundly impacted their community through public library service. And this year we were the recipient of this honor.
Perfect. All right. You mentioned some of the criteria to be considered for the award. Can you talk a little bit more about the selection process and then why you think, the Cherokee Public Library System was the winner this year?
Well, the award is given out by nomination, so anyone can nominate their local public library. You could be a library user, a library trustee, a friend of the library, or even one of our funding agencies. And so we had lots of nominations that were submitted to the state library, and they have a committee that makes the selection. And I feel like this year, in 2020, of all years to get the award, we're most proud of getting this award in 2020. But our library system has always been a library that's been on the cutting edge. We've always found a way to serve our community through new innovations. We like to be the pilot program and project for some state library initiatives. We also look for innovative grants to pay for things that we want to do in our community. But I feel like in 2020, we may have been selected for our ability to find a way to safely open our libraries during this pandemic. I know a lot of libraries in our area have had to just close their doors and offer curbside service only, but we were contacted early on in the pandemic by our commissioners, and they were able to give us CARES Act grant money to open our libraries and expand our services. We went to 7-day-a-week library service in Walker County. We opened 70 hours a week during the pandemic because we realized that our services were essential and that there were things that we provide that no one else in the community had, and they were needed more than ever. Students who were struggling with their online digital learning needed our resources. We had folks that were having to work from home and their bandwidth wasn't large enough for them to do this from home. And just that user who comes into the library and picks out books because it's a lifeline for them. So I think all these reasons together made 2020 the year that we were selected as Library of the Year.
You talked about the way that, COVID changed the way that you operate day to day. I want to talk about, everything we mentioned, digital, e-learning, online. Talk about the difficulty in preserving the human face of the library, with the virtual experience as well. And how do you marry the two together?
It was difficult, and early on we realized that while we were all sheltering in place, that we still needed to make sure we had a presence in our community. And so we did ramp up with some virtual programs and virtual services. We made sure that folks could access our card catalog from home, and their library cards were good for downloading materials that they could read or listen to audiobooks. But that virtual presence, we were already doing a good job of being on social media, but we did have to take it up a notch and offer some of our programs virtually. And even after we opened to the public, early on in the pandemic, we did both. We provided virtual programming for our littles, our story hour, some of our teen programming, but we also allowed people to come into the facility safely, and we married the two. We just made sure that people knew they could get to us virtually if that's what they were comfortable with, and also come in person and use our services safely that way. And it's not an easy balance, but I think we did a good job of making sure both services were provided.
Perfect. All right, Lisa, again, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations to the Cherokee Regional Library System for the 2020 Georgia Public Library of the Year Award. Again, those libraries are Chickamauga Public Library, Dade County Public Library, Lafayette Walker County Library, and the Rossville Public Library as well. Congratulations. Well deserved. If you want any information on any of those of your local library, you can always find them on the Facebook page as well. Again, Lisa, congratulations. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
But hey, stick around on Let's Chat if you're looking for a new job or know someone who is. We have just the fit for you coming up.